On tonight's show, we take a look at the brand new Caribbean Mark III. Ray from Coast Guard gives us his top tips before you set sail. In a regular series, we visit an iconic Kiwi yacht club. We take a look at a modern electronic setup on a launch, and much, much more, including the Sail Safe two-handed series and Corona, a classic Kiwi yacht.
Okay, we're on board the Caribbean 35. It's the latest model, it's a Mark III. This boat has been in continuous production since 1970 in 3 different versions. This obviously is the latest. It has the new Cummins 350 horsepower engines in it, all electronic. It has a lot of tweaks to the inside, a lot more luxurious than we're used to seeing. Obviously it's a hard out fishing boat if that's what you're into, but it also has lots of appeal for families and for general boating around the Hauraki Gulf and all around New Zealand. Well, the ride's superb. We've got a pretty flat day, but we've found a few little bumps to put it through. I've experienced this hull before. I know how well it rides. It's an excellent sea boat, so you have no hesitations whatsoever taking it out when it's a bit rough. Nice, large cockpit. So it's a real fishing cockpit. There's plenty of room, uncluttered. Game chair in the middle, obviously. If you don't want a game chair, you can remove it. Twin live bait tanks. One of them's plumbed, the other one you can plumb it or not, it's up to you. So we've got side pockets, they're enclosed, nice and tidy, plenty of space in them, it goes both ways. Up forward here, good stowage in here, plenty of room for fenders, anything you like. You've got masses of room down there. It's pretty standard layout. Freezer and sink unit against the bulkhead. Okay, pulls up, folds away. Locker underneath, storage, this cleaning stuff, whatever you want to put in there. But quite a bit of room, there's a shelf as well. So access to the flybridge, again, fairly basic. It's a ladder, not a stairway, but practical, easy enough to get up and down.
Up next, we take a look at the final of the two-handed series, the Baltic 50.
So how are we getting on there, Damon?
Well, we're about probably 7 miles into the race. VMG light airs downwind. Not our best point of sail, but so far hanging in all right.
That's good. Well, we've got some of the competition is over here. That's one of the boats we've got to beat right there. So currently we're just ahead of him. He's normally slightly quicker at this angle. The rest of the fleet is back there, 130 odd boats.
Almost at the end of leg 2 of this race, a long kind of beat to Terry Island. Been a little bit too light for us in the breeze, but we've held our own here and we've actually gained on a few boats, so going pretty well. Main competition is just down here. The other boat we've got to watch, and there's only one boat in our division ahead of us at the moment.
My shoelace came undone, but it's okay because I've retied it.
Right, okay, well that's delightful bit of information there.
These are the big issues.
And there is Planet X. So a good race so far.
Ford made a great car. Mag and Turbo made it my car.
For 30 years, Boating New Zealand has delivered the best local coverage of launches, trailer boats and yachts with local boats and local conditions. Boating New Zealand from shops, supermarkets, service stations and subscription. Subscribe for the super low price of $87 and get 12 copies of New Zealand's #1 boating magazine, plus get free access to the online version of the mag. Download the Boating Magazine app now from iTunes or Google Play, free on tablet, computer and phone. Subscribe now for this very special offer. Go to our website or ring 0508 692 628 to subscribe now.
It's bigger, it's better and it's back. The 2016 Auckland On-Water Boat Show. Come and enjoy New Zealand's largest and most extensive boating, fishing and adventure water sports show. 4 days with over 200 exhibits. Talk to experts, see the latest launches, yachts, trailer boats, marine equipment and more. Get everything you need to be on the water this summer. There's something for everyone. Come and make a day of it. The Auckland On-Water Boat Show. Viaduct Harbour, 29th of September to 2nd of October.
Ford made a great car. Mag and Turbo made it my car.
And now for part 2 of our Caribbean boat test.
Typically on a boat like this, you'd be looking at 2 12-inch multifunctions in the flybridge. And through those multifunctions, we can bring in all the functions of the electronics, such as radar, sounder, autopilot, GPS, engine management, if you want to do that sort of thing. The whole system is networked, so you can have any function up on any screen at any time. And along with the standard formats of the screen, you can also create your own favourites just by pushing that there, and at this stage it becomes very iPad-y. So we just click and drag whatever function we want, save it, and then next time we go into our main menu page here, that's the page that we see there.
Okay, we're in the saloon area of the Caribbean 35, and this has had a considerable upgrade since the last version of this boat that I reviewed. First instance, there's leather on the upholstery, which is nice to see, and there's a lot more use of polished timber this time. Moving forward, right, the cabinet. At the top here we've got an ice maker, nice thing to have. Here's your main switchboard, also the Fusion stereo controls. Again, all nice and tidy, sort of large screen TV, satellite, all the usual things you'd expect today. The galley, it's compact, but very, very practical. All electric, Hobbs electric, combination microwave convection oven, and there's also a small fridge. This is a 2-cabin layout. On the port side, we have a bunk room, 2 bunks. Good size, you know, it's reasonably tight in here, but the bunks are a good size. They're full length and full width. You'd be very comfortable in there. On the starboard side, we have the heads and shower. It's actually a separate shower box. Again, something nice to see in a boat of this size. Up forward, we have a double berth on the angle. There's somewhere to sit when you're dressing. On the starboard side, there's a hanging locker, overhead hatch. Everywhere this boat has got insect screens as well, which is quite nice. Caribbean 35, this is the latest model of an extremely popular range. This boat has been built since 1970, 700 odd of this particular model have been built. This is the Mark III version. It's had a considerable upgrade inside, new engines, goes especially well. It's quiet, the hull's extremely well proven, and this is a boat that suits the New Zealand boating lifestyle very well.
One of the biggest events in the New Zealand boating calendar is the Auckland On-Water Boat Show, 29th of September to the 2nd of October.
It's bigger, it's better and it's back. The 2016 Auckland On-Water Boat Show.
We're in year 18 this year, so we've been 5 years in the venue that we're currently in now, with the Viaduct Event Centre and the Viaduct Harbour. This is about you can see the boats on the water, but it's actually about everything on the water. So it's about anyone who's interested in not only big boats, but trailer boats, but also kayaks and paddle boards. So it's about having, you know, encouraging young children out on the water, families, and of course grandparents and stuff as well. We're actually at capacity in our footprint, so what we've got the luxury of doing is that we have got the best marine companies in one place. This is where you can actually touch and feel, and you can go out. We've got quite a lot of have a go activities this year, and then for the bigger boats, normally they take bookings so that then you get to go out after the show, but they're very keen to get you out on the water and test it, absolutely. Just Google Auckland On-Water Boat Show, and from that you can see the list of activities, you can look at the exhibitors that are going to be at the show, so it's a good time to plan. On Thursday the 22nd will be the boat show program. It's coming out in the Herald. We'll also then have it online. The other one that they can do is look at the September issue of Boating New Zealand has about 8 pages in here. So tickets are available either through iTicket, or they can go through our website or from our Facebook page as well. The trick is, if you buy online, it's cheaper, it's $18 instead of $20 at the gate, but also you've got the opportunity to go in and win one of 8 prizes that you get to choose.
Come and make a day of it. The Auckland On-Water Boat Show, Viaduct Harbour, 29th of September to 2nd of October.
Summer's coming, so Ray from Coast Guard gives us a few tips before you head out on the water for the first time this season.
Hi, I'm Ray Burge, Operations Manager for Coast Guard, the charity Saving Lives at Sea. A fair number of boaties run into trouble with mechanical difficulties, so before you head out on the water, make sure you get your boat sorted. If this is the first time your boat has been out of the water since last season, give it a good once over. Look for any damage and make sure your engine has been serviced. Don't neglect the battery either. And also it is important to check that your marine VHF radio is working. Nothing ruins your day more than being stuck when you want to come home. Make sure you've got plenty of fuel. A good rule of thumb is 1/3 for getting out there, 1/3 for getting back, and 1/3 in reserve. Wearing a life jacket never ruined a day on the water. Make sure you and your loved ones wear a good quality, properly fitted life jacket. If it all turns to custard out there, Coast Guard has got your back. From a flat battery to a full-blown emergency, we're your best mates out on the water.
Ford made a great car. Mag and Turbo made it my car.
It's bigger, it's better, and it's back. The 2016 Auckland On-Water Boat Show. Come and enjoy New Zealand's largest and most extensive boating, fishing and adventure water sports show. 4 days with over 200 exhibits. Talk to experts, see the latest launches, yachts, trailer boats, marine equipment and more. Get everything you need to be on the water this summer. There's something for everyone. Come and make a day of it. The Auckland On-Water Boat Show, Viaduct Harbour, 29th of September to 2nd of October.
For 30 years, Boating New Zealand has delivered the best local coverage of launches, trailer boats and yachts with local boats and local conditions. Boating New Zealand from shops, supermarkets, service stations and subscription. Subscribe for the super low price of $87 and get 12 copies of New Zealand's #1 boating magazine, plus get free access to New Zealand's #1 boating magazine. Download the Boating Magazine app now from iTunes or Google Play, free on tablet, computer and phone. Subscribe now for this very special offer. Go to our website or ring 0508 692 628 to subscribe now.
Ford made a great car. Mag and Turbo made it my car.
Our friends at Club Marine Insurance give us some pointers on launching and retrieving your trailer boat.
Launching a boat, it can be a pretty daunting task, especially for newcomers. So I'm going to show you a basic system I follow that'll make it easy. Firstly, if you've driven a long way Give the trailer a moment to cool down. Those bearings get hot and you don't want to put hot bearings in the water. Secondly, turn your battery on before you get in the water, and of course make sure it's charged. If you're at a new ramp, find out some local advice. Seek out the local guys, talk to them, see if there's drop-offs, check the wind and tide, little things like that. Local information is key. The next step is assess the situation at the ramp. What's the tide doing? Is there any surge on the ramp? What are the other boats doing? Is there any wake? Little things like that. Yeah, all this is a lot to ask. So, make a checklist and laminate it. Then you have no excuse. The next step, take off the tie-down straps. Trim your engine up. If you've got a little clip under it, take it off. Or in my case, I've just got a block of wood. Get your fenders and your ropes ready before you put it in. Now, the final thing you have to remember is your bungs. And we've all got a story about putting the boat in without the bungs. So what I always do is put them in my live bait tank. It's a system, so I know to get them out of there and then put them in the back of the boat. So now it's time to get wet. Now for this I need someone to help me. So I'm going to get Millsy behind the wheel of the car. We're going to drop the boat right down just so it's about to get wet. So the bum will be in the water, the front end will still be dry. When you get the exact depth you want your trailer to sit, take a note of how deep it is on the trailer guard, so how high the water sits. That way you'll always have the same point to work with. So now we've got Millsy down the front, he's unclipping the boat. What I'm going to do as a safety precaution is trim the engine in. Don't trim it too far because you don't want to touch the bottom. So take a note of how deep it is. Get her in just so she's underwater. Start her up. And let Millsy know that I'm putting it into gear. So Millsy, she's going into gear. He's got to keep his hands away at that time. And what the boat will do is it'll hold me sitting on the trailer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to unclip the winch, the safety, and open my boat catch. So now we've got the engine running, she's unclipped. My trailer tends to stick a bit on the boat. So what Millsy's going to do is he's going to drop it back and just touch the brakes a little bit for me. Okay, Millsy. And at the same time, I'm going to touch it into reverse. And there you have a boat off the trailer, ready for fishing.
New Zealand's got a great yachting heritage, and Auckland's famous mullet boats are a big part of that history.
This boat is called Corona. It's a 26-foot mullet boat, which is the H class. It was built brand new in 1936, and I believe the purchase price to build it and put it in the water was £300. In the beginning, they were just working boats in which local fishermen went out to catch yellow-eyed mullet or grey mullet. Eventually, the fishermen worked out, well, the more sail we put up, the quicker we get to the shore, the better price we get. And then people realised those boats sail really well, let's race them. They have a centreboard, they have a big barn door rudder, as you can see there, and they only draw a fairly shallow draft. This one's about 3 foot. And then you've got to drop a centreboard down, and then you have this massive sail power, in this case 900 square feet, on a 26-foot boat. And it was built for a fellow called Ron Nunn and his brother. And they campaigned it for about 18 years, and it never lost a race. They're built out of kauri. They're built with a carvel planking system, which is 3/4 inch kauri planks on the outside, and spotted gum or pahutakawa ribs on the inside, clenched through with copper nails and roves. Internal ballast of about 2.5 tonne in lead ingots, plus a 12 mil cast iron centreboard and centre case. I think most people would say Corona is right up there with some of the more well-known larger boats, simply because of its racing pedigree and its unique design as a mullet boat. Probably every major or well-known New Zealand skipper has had a crack at the Lipton Cup and won. If you win the Lipton Cup, you, as the skipper, have to be scrutineered at the end. Every single lead ingot has to be taken out of the bilge by the skipper, weighed on the scales which hang on the boom here, and the rules guy checks it off. So some would say winning the Lipton Cup's a real pain in the arse.
Brett Geldard from Advanced Trident takes us through a modern electronic system.
I think firstly you need to make a decision about what you're doing, whether it's serious fishing or a bit of family cruising and that sort of thing, and come to a happy medium there. So budget comes into it a lot, how much you want to spend. But typically on a boat like this, you'd be looking at 2 12-inch multifunctions in the flybridge. And through those multifunctions, we can bring in all the functions of the electronics, such as radar, sounder, autopilot, GPS, engine management, if you want to do that sort of thing. The whole system is networked, so you can have any function up on any screen at any time. Most of the operation of the unit is done from this button here. From here we can select what function we want. So let's go to full radar. So we just touch that button there, and then we have full radar. All zooming and tuning is done from the rotary control here. Your 3 main functions always are pretty much chart, echo and radar. And along with the standard formats of the screen, you can also create your own favourites just by pushing that there, and at this stage it becomes very iPad-y. So we just click and drag whatever function we want, save it, and then next time we go into our main menu page here, that's the page that we see there. We can operate the autopilot from the multifunction display here. That's taken away the need to have a standalone autopilot controller. On this particular boat, we've put on an Italian satellite TV dish. So these days, really, it's the only way to get true, clear TV out at sea. It's like being at home. You can come down, watch the All Blacks, watch Coronation Street, whatever you want. An owner wants to walk onto a boat like this and know that the product's been set up professionally and, via the manufacturer's requirements as well. So he knows that he's got full warranty, full backup, and he can ring us in this case and know that he's going to get answers at the end of the phone.
There's nearly 40 yacht clubs in Auckland alone. Each one's unique, and we take a look at one of Auckland's oldest.
The yacht club was formed in 1912, and we had our centenary about 4 years ago, so we're on our 104 years this year. This is a DIY club. This is a club where members do their own work on their boats. They haul them out themselves, and they do the work on them themselves. This is a club for people who want to work on boats and want to be part of the boating community. It's a pretty good club, and what's really interesting is the yachts and the launches do mix together. We have an annual tug of war every year on Motorhee between the yachties and the launches to see who's probably got the heaviest crew. We are a traditional club. We do have quite a long history and lots of traditions that go along with that. The heart and soul of this club is the community that we have in the club. You can always find somebody in this club who knows how to do the job you're trying to do, or will give you advice, and good advice on it. It's a friendly place. People actually want to help each other out. People actually want to help people get on the water and go boating. The moorings up here on the river are very sheltered. The moorings are swing moorings and pile moorings owned by the council, so they're very reasonably priced. Our yard is $15 a day to haul out. Yes, we're a happy club generally. I mean, if you look, we've got all, photos of the past Commodores up on the wall behind me here, and up the top there, and you know, a lot of the people sitting in the bar tonight, you'll find, have been Commodore at one time or another. You know, there's a lot of people who care passionately about this club and want to see it succeed.
Next week, we test the brand new Boatshow 41.1. Amazing value for money. Coast Guard continue with their tips. This time, it's crossing a bar. We visit another one of Auckland's iconic yacht clubs. Our friends at Club Marine will tell you how to trim your trailer boat for maximum speed and efficiency. And of course, much, much more when Boatshow.tv returns. See you next week.
Ford made a great car. Mag and Turbo made it my car.
It's bigger, it's better, and it's back. The 2016 Auckland On-Water Boat Show. Come and enjoy New Zealand's largest and most extensive boating, fishing and adventure water sports show. 4 days with over 200 exhibits. Talk to experts, see the latest launches, yachts, trailer boats, marine equipment and more. Get everything you need to be on the water this summer. There's something for everyone. Come and make a day of it. The Auckland On-Water Boat Show. Viaduct Harbour, 29th of September to 2nd of October.
For 30 years, Boating New Zealand has delivered the best local coverage of launches, trailer boats and yachts with local boats and local conditions. Boating New Zealand from shops, supermarkets, service stations and subscription. Subscribe for the super low price of $87 and get 12 copies of New Zealand's #1 boating magazine, plus get free access to the online version of the mag. Download the Boating Magazine app now from iTunes or Google Play, free on tablet, computer and phone. Subscribe now for this very special offer. Go to our website or ring 0508 692 628 to subscribe now.
Ford made a great car. Mag and Turbo made it my car.